Hello, young African entrepreneurs. I am Angad. I welcome you to this very special lecture, which is the beginning of a new lifestyle for all of you. It's the beginning of the Spade Program. The Spade Program for which all of you have enrolled, and it gives me great pleasure to welcome all of you today to this very special lecture as we start off a new journey. Why do I say it's a lifestyle choice? It's a start of a new lifestyle because you haven't enrolled in any course. Let me tell you, this is a lifestyle choice. We have structured this Spade program, the Skills to Power Digital African Entrepreneurship. That Spade program has been structured in a way to ensure that young entrepreneurs like you, at the end of the program, at the end of this course, are able to transform themselves into true entrepreneurs, making money, and that is at the bottom, at the core of this program. So how did we get to this? Let me waste no time in telling you a little bit of history, how we got into the Spade program. I think all of you realized and know about the EduFa program that we've been running for several years now, and as an organization which has committed itself into making education affordable, accessible, and employability driven. We have invested a lot of time and effort and money into working with universities across India to help students from all across the world fulfill their educational dreams. Now, as African students, I'm sure all of you are aware that what the EduFa program is. We've had thousands of students get scholarship and then find employability options. We've helped these students with projects and internship opportunities while they're still in their colleges. Over the last 3 years now, we are right now currently interviewing students for our 2019 cohort, which is going to be our third batch, our third cohort. And in the first two batches, we've seen a tremendous response from students, from African students, and some of the things that we've seen, we did not even imagine ourselves. And that has given us a lot of learning. We work with students, having interviewed, having spoken to, having counseled and trained over 20,000 students. We realized what kind of aspirations they bring, what kind of mindset and talent that they bring that we have to work with. And also, behind the scenes, having worked with institutions, the universities, colleges, and having set up the employability program there, we realized the opportunity of working side by side with the institution and as well as the industry. You are all familiar with the role of EduFa, how we work with industries, with companies, and bringing them into college campuses, trying to increase the employability of our students. And by doing that, we were able to analyze the key skills that are required in today's digital era. All of you are familiar with the kind of change and transformation that has happened over the last 20 years. And every year it's compounding. If you see the last 10 years, you will find your entire lifestyle is now changed. The kind of things that you do on a daily basis, the amount of time that you spend on your digital devices, on your laptops, on your mobile phones has totally changed the way you live your life. And it's not just how you live your life, it's consuming all your business interests. It's taken over the jobs. That is what we realized through our EduFa program. By working with institutions, by working with the companies that come and recruit students from these institutions, we realized the kind of jobs that are on offer. And you know what we found out? We found out that the students, a lot of them, can look at enormous business opportunities if they were to pick up key business skills, digital skills, and the kind of transformation that has happened. We also learned the kind of success from the success stories that we've seen in India and previously in China and the United States of America. So America and China and India now have taken the lead in the digital world. You see the large technology companies, you would find all American, Chinese, and Indian companies. And slowly, what we can learn from all of these things is that internet and as the internet democracy grows. Why do I call it democracy? Because it's free. Internet is a great leveler. It has made sure that you people in Africa are able to see and get this content live. I mean, I could share this content to people in Afghanistan, in Nepal, in India, in China, as well as in Africa. And so internet is made it a very level playing field. So what we can learn is the businesses are changing according to the needs of the consumers in this digital world. And what has happened is, what we've learned in markets like US, in markets like China, and in markets like India, the first movers have always been able to create the largest competitive advantage. And this Spade program called out, it just struck us. Because having worked with so many African students, counseling them for the scholarship programs, understanding about their aspirations, we realized what big an opportunity it is. Because we get overwhelmed by the number of inquiries we get. Our counselors are tired by the end of the day having spoken to so many students. But what we are doing is we're accumulating all this knowledge. And when we use all of this knowledge with our peers and associates in the industry, we are able to put the links together. And that has formed the inception of the Spade program. So my friends, let me tell you, you young entrepreneurs are at the start of a revolution. If we're going to start a very structured 6 months program starting today, this is the first lecture. Starting today is a very structured program that is going to transform your life. By getting all of you to enroll and pay a $500 fee for this Spade program, what we've ensured is that you are committed. Now what we need is to see a commitment of time. Now that you've invested your money, we want you to invest your time. A minimum of 3 to 4 hours a day, you have to find time. In my visits to African countries, precisely Nigeria, Ghana, I found Nigerians are some of the most hardworking people. I remember, a couple of years ago, I was visiting, and I was in the city of Lagos, and I was visiting a school. Up in the morning at 6 a.m., everybody was on the streets working. I mean, very rarely, even in Europe, I've traveled extensively, and to see that was so enriching, to see an entire community of people, a culture that thrives on working hard. Now, what I'm requesting you to do and demanding out of you is you start using that hard-working nature into the right channel, and this channel called Spade will transform your lives. What we intend to do, as you would have read through the website and the brochure that was given to you, is to make you into digital entrepreneurs. To learn affiliate marketing, to learn about your social media presence, to learn about blogging, understanding the data science behind accumulating all this content and data that comes through social media engagements and creating all these assets. I call them assets. Facebook, Instagram, your own blog and website. You're creating all these assets. What kind of data do you want to come and how do you analyze all that data? How do you structure your business? And at the end of it, it's all about success. We want all of you entrepreneurs, and we're going to handhold you to make, to turning you into profitable, independent, income-generating business people. And all this is passive income. We have seen success stories all across the world, in China, in India, in US, and it's going to happen in Africa. We are firm believers of the potential of Africa. And together with our community of Spade students, the young entrepreneurs of the Spade program, we're going to make that possible. I don't need to stress, I'm sure you are intelligent enough to do your research. All of you know that Africa is at a very critical moment in its journey. In the next 80 years, the kind of population rise globally, Africa will contribute 80% of the $4 billion rise in population. That is about 3 billion people population rise will happen just in Africa alone. And the median age would be of around 20 to 25 years. What does that tell you? It tells you that the economic phenomenon of a demographic dividend will happen in Africa, just like it is happening right now in India and has previously happened in China. So we're going to harness the potential of the large young population which spends a lot of time on Facebook, Instagram, and you young entrepreneurs, we will train you and give you the business tools through our dedicated team and our research that has gone into training thousands of students in campuses in India, African students just like you. We've come up with a business toolkit, and that will require a conscious effort. And I'm going to put you through the paces. So what we're going to start in this very first week is a rigorous exercise of knowing you better. We're going to give you a lot of articles and lessons and after that there would be short exercises to truly determine your potential, your skill set, and the areas we need to work with you on. And what we want to see is a commitment in terms of your time, in terms of your assessment of yourself, so that we can work with. Let me tell you folks, I think that's the reason why you all enrolled, is this is a business opportunity. We all want to look at you as our business partners, as business associates, as affiliates. We're going to turn you into affiliates. We will be your first client. We will ensure that there will be money in your pockets. How will we do that? It will require a lot of work. It will require a lot of learning. It will require dedication and patience. And I have no doubt, I've seen that commitment. Some of the students, I'm very proud of some of the students. This gives us an opportunity to connect with the likes of Gibbs. I remember Prince Michael, Mansoor, my very, very favorite student, Mansoor. There are a lot of other students like you, like these three, that I've named, who have joined the Spade program, and it gives us an opportunity. These are all bright young entrepreneurs. I'm going to give them the toolkit, the ability, the understanding, as well as the market. Not just the training, but a market. We're gonna start giving you a market where you're gonna start, creating these social media, assets and generating passive revenue through them. And folks, I'm really, really very excited, to start this program. Along with this video, you'll get a lesson plan. And you will hear next from me within 1 week, this coming Monday. And till then, we're going to go through all the exercises that you are able to cover, so that we can, start putting you through the paces. That's it for, this first lesson. I hope all of you are as excited as I am, because this is a huge opportunity, and we are eagerly looking forward to working with our business partners just like you. All right, young entrepreneurs, that's it for now. Bye-bye.